So basically, there's a couple things. I love this time of year. If you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of the 90-day run. If you're not a part of, or you've never read the book or whatever of I think it's the 12-week year, then I would encourage you to do so. It's a great book. It's a great strategy. And the reason being is your subconscious mind, your mind can see it, but your subconscious mind cannot see that far in advance. It can't see the end of the year. I'm sure a lot of you had goals at January that you were going to do X, Y, Z in real estate, X, Y, Z, and all the other maybe areas of your life. Well, I want you to know that we're coming up on the end of 6 months. We're 6 months into this year. In another 15 days or so, we're going to be at the end of half of our year. Half of this year is gone. You can't get it back. You can't go back and redo or fix what you did not do for the previous 6 months. It's gone. So all you can do is wipe that out, whether you accomplish your goals or not, and you can reset for the next 6 months. Hey, look, if you don't make a plan and you don't work that plan in the next 6 months, then what's going to happen in December is you're going to look up and another year has gone by. Not 6 months, another year has gone by. You've circled the earth the sun one more time, and what did you accomplish? Did you set any goals? Did you work the plan to accomplish those goals? Were you committed to your daily method of operation? And did you accomplish anything at all? And if not, it's nobody's fault but your own. It's nobody's fault but my own if I didn't. And I have not hit my goals. I've gone, some of them I've done quite well on, but some of them haven't. And I worked my daily method of operation, but it didn't work out that way. So what do I need to do? I need to readjust, re-look at my daily method of operation. If I look back, because I keep notes on everything, I know how many people I called on a daily basis. I know how many people I followed up on. I keep track of these things. And so I want to look back and say, what did I accomplish? Did I do what I need to do to accomplish it? And if not, now granted, some of the stuff that I paid, some of the seeds I planted in January and February and March or will not bring me a harvest till maybe October, November, December, maybe even 5 years from now. But I can't harvest that fruit. I can't count that fruit because why? Because it's not here yet. You cannot count a chicken that's not hatched yet. Even if it's in an egg, it's not an egg. It's just an egg. It's not so it may be a progress. It hasn't come to fruition. It hasn't bared fruit yet, so you cannot count it. And so what I do is this time of year is I make another plan. You're talking about New Year's resolution. So I do it 4 times a year. 4 times a year, I make a plan. I readjust. I assess what I've done, what I've gotten from it, and then I reassess for the next 3 months. And I do this 4 times a year, and especially this time of the year. Why? Because this time of the year is when you really, really, if you want to succeed, if you want to hit your dreams and goals, if you want to accomplish things, then this next 6 months is the most important. I guess that's not a fact because how you start the race is how you finish the race. But if you did not start the race right, you have an opportunity now to adjust, to fix and refine and set a new plan, a new goal, and go forward with vigor towards your dreams and goals. We're coming up on 15 on the July. It's July already. I don't know if you noticed it. Does that bother you? Does that affect you? In your business life? It does me every July. It's like, crap, half this year is gone. I'm almost, I mean, look how fast that was. January just seems like just yesterday. Am I the only one that thinks that this 6 months has happened like that? It's amazing how fast life goes by because we're so busy. We're grinding away. We got life going on. And one day you look up, 70, 80 years old, your kids are moving out, they're growing up. I looked at my grandkids and it's like crap. So the point is that life happens and it happens quick. This is not a slow journey. It happens at the blink of an eye. As the Bible says, a twinkling of an eye. And so you have to reassess every single in my opinion. And so we're coming up on July. 6 months of this year is gone. So what is your next 6 months going to look like? What is your plan? Do you have a plan for the next 6 months? If you have, did you have a plan at the first 6 months? If not, then you need to have a plan for the second 6 months. I like what Zig Ziglar says. You're either a meaningful specific or a wandering generality. You either have a plan or you don't. You either are going somewhere or you're not. You're either working your plan or you're not. It is that simple. And let me tell you, you cannot look back at your life and blame it on everybody else or anything else, because we hold the key of choice. We hold the key to our future. We hold the key to whether we strive for something more or not. We do. Nobody else does. And so the half the year is gone. What are you going to do with the next 6 months? And do you have a plan? And so what I encourage everybody to do, we're coming up on the 6 months. Even if you're involved in a 90-day run right now and it overlaps, I'm involved in a 90-day run right now that overlaps because I with one of my businesses, it overlaps the 9 days. So I'm using that as a running start. I use that as a running start. So at the July 1st, I'm going to start a 90-day run in all of my businesses, even the one that I've started. I'll be like 2 months into it, but I'm going to restart. And I look at it. If you've been around for a while, then you've heard me talk about in the Olympics. You've got the field and athletes that run and jump and pole vault and stuff like that. And you look at the people that there's a couple of parts of the Olympics where the people do jumping into a pit of sand, and you've got the ones that stand at they stand at the line and they flat-footed and they jump as far as they can. And then you've got the other ones that run, and you see them, they do these long, big strides, and then they jump into the sand. Who do you think jumps further, the one sitting flat-foot, starting out at the line, or the one with running start? Of course, the one with the running start. So I look at this point in this time, and I'm getting a running start. So I'm on a 90-day run in EXP starting in April to July, and so now the final part of that 90-day run is my running start to the next 90 days. So I pour on the steam. I do more. I don't do less. I do more. Why? Because I want to get momentum going into the next 90-day run. And so if you're involved in a 90-day run right now, then just look at that as a catapult, a running start into the next 90-day run. It doesn't have to be April or January to April, April to July to, it doesn't have to be that. It can be any 90 days. It can be from today 90 days. You determine where it is. I just like this time of year because it cuts the year up into 90 days, and I've been doing this for a long time. So if you've never done a 90-day run, then you may start today. And I want to encourage you to get that running start. Maybe you start today. Maybe this weekend you sit down and you make a plan, you make a goal. You said, hey, look, that's right. Half the year is gone. I want the second half to look better than the first half, and I'm going to set a plan. I'm going to set a goal. I'm going to be committed to my daily method of operation, the things that I'm going to do on a daily basis to accomplish what I want to do. If you want to sell more real estate, then you have to do things on a daily basis to sell more real estate. And look, you're going to do some things that are uncomfortable. It's not going to be easy. Last week, if you did not, you were not present last week, I talked about the things, about athletes and musicians and actors and the struggles that we don't see that they had to do to accomplish where they are. And I would encourage you to go back and listen to that recording from last week. And so this is just moving that needle of that conversation to the next step of the year is gone. Did you do what you said you were going to do in January? Did you do your daily method operation consistently? Did you? And if you did, great. But have you got the results that you want that are going to, if you map it out, continuing down that path, doing the same thing you're doing, and coming around in December, are you going to accomplish your goals? And you can't say, well, if this happens or that happens, because if is not a success strategy. If is not a strategy for putting your success on efforts of other people. If you say if, that means I'm putting it on if these people do this or if this happens, and you have no control. You're giving away control. So if is not a success strategy. And so you have to reevaluate where you came this first 6 months and where you want to end up. And if you're not in line for it, then you need to adjust your daily method of operation. You have to adjust what you're doing. How many people are contacting? Who you're contacting? What are you doing? Are you learning how to do listing presentations? Are you talking to more agents if you're doing agent attraction? If you want to get more listings, you want to get more buyers, you know, the economy. Hey, look, the economy is the economy. There's people out there crushing it right now. And it's not because they're better. They're doing more. Maybe better because they've been doing it long, but you can get better. You get better in the doing. That's how you get better. You get better by doing and doing and doing. And so if you're not scheduled, if you're not in the right track, then you need to make an adjustment. And the best time of year to do that is now, because now we have this 90-day run. We got 2 more left in this year. We have 2 90-day runs left in this year. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to win in 2023? Are you going to succeed? Are you going to accomplish your goals? Let's just put it this way. Let's say you've done nothing, and January 1st came around and you said, I'm going to sell X number of houses. I'm going to build revenue share. I'm going to recruit this number of people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to save this amount of money. Whatever it is that you had plans, we all did. I guarantee you, everybody listening to my voice had a plan at January 1st. Some of us, some of you, some people don't do anything. They maybe do it for a couple of weeks. That's why you go to the gym down the road and the parking lot's full for the first 2 weeks of January, and then it gets less and less and less, and now you drive by and there are 2 cars in the parking lot. Why? Because we give up. We quit. It's not that we can't. It's not that life gets in our way, because we allow it to. We have a choice. We choose to let stuff get in our way, or we choose not to. We choose to allow that. We choose to accept that outside influence. It doesn't happen to us. We allow it to happen to us, because we can always, I don't care what it is, you can choose to sit there and linger on it. You know, a lot of weird, bad stuff happens in our lives and to our family members and to people around us. Absolutely, I'm not taking away from that. A lot of weird stuff, a lot of stuff that's bad and painful and knocks us off our horse. Absolutely, don't get me into there, because there's so many variables. But we can choose to linger in there. We can choose to reset. We can choose to get over it quickly, and we can choose to move on. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the situations we can control, and we can control. We can take a decision to do so. So July 1st is a new lease on the year. You have a pen and paper. You have a pen, and you're going to write the chapter of your life in this year, and the final chapter of it this next six months. You have the paintbrush and you have the empty canvas, and you get to go in there and say, I'm going to paint this. I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to do this. And it all comes back to your daily method of operation. So my question to you is, can you run hard for 90 days? Can you put away 6 months, put away the year, put away all that. You've got a goal over here, but it all comes down to, can you run hard for 90 days? And then you don't even have to run hard for 90 days. That was just setting you up. That was just setting you up to think about it. You don't even have to run hard for 90 days. Have a 90-day run. You don't run hard for 90 days. Can you run hard for 1 month, for 4 weeks? Can you run hard for 4 weeks? Can you go over there and knock on doors for 4 weeks? Can you send out flyers for 4 weeks? Can you talk to your 10 people a day, ask them if they're wanting to buy, sell a real estate, commercial building, land, or business? Can you talk to 10 people and can you do that for 4 weeks? Just 4 weeks. Can you do that? Here's the catcher. You don't have to do it for 4 weeks. To have a 90-day run, you don't do it for 4 weeks. Could you do it for 1 week? Could you do it for 5 days, for 7 days? Could you do it for 5 days? Could you talk to 1 or 2 agents a day? Can you talk to 10 people a day and ask 10 people a day if you're looking to buy, sell real estate, land, a commercial building, or a business? You say, I don't do business as a commercial. You refer it out to somebody. You find the business, you refer it out, and you get a referral fee for it. And the commercial buildings and businesses are a big commercial, a good referral fee. Can you do that for just 7 days? Can you run hard for 7 days? Absolutely. Everybody on here, you can run hard for 7 days. Kicker. You don't have to run hard for 7 days. Can you do it for 1 day? Can you do it for just today or Monday? Can you run hard for 1 day? Because that's all 90 days is. 1 day strung together. But you can't worry about the 90 days. You cannot worry about the end of the 90 days. You cannot worry about December 31st. You can only worry about today. What are you going to do today that's going to change your life? I have right here, it says, are you obsessed with success? Are you doing right now what you're supposed to be doing? Do something today your future self will be proud of. It's written right here on my wall. Do something today your future self will be proud of. So when I'm sitting down and I'm watching cat videos, or I'm watching, just scrolling through Facebook because I'm wasting time, or I'm looking for somebody that I can email because I'm wasting time, and I look up there and I see that, and I said, no, I'm not. It's time to get back on it's time to get back in my daily method of operation. So we control. So we're coming up on July 1st. We have 6 months left in the year. You can choose to start January or July 1st, start your 90-day run. Like that athlete sitting on the line, flat-footed, and you're going to say, okay, jump. Or you can start building the muscle. You can start stretching the muscle. You can start putting in your daily method of operation now, so then you're come the start of your 90-day run, you now have developed the daily method of operation. Maybe you've never talked to one person today. Got a goal to talk to 10. Well, let's start now. Do one person a day, and you increase it by one person a day for the next 2 weeks. Get a running start. That's how you get a running start. If you've never done one, how do you expect to do 10 at the beginning at a certain time, a point in time when you're running down there, and all of a sudden you hit that line? If you've never jumped, how do you expect to jump? So you have to start out. This is the best time of the year to start the best part of this year. The last 6 months of this year, the best part is now. This day and time is time to make a determination that you're going to do the things you said you were going to do back in January the 1st that you didn't do. So give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't look back and say, I've wasted another year. No, you're hearing my voice right now. You have the ability to change your future. You do right now. So use this time. It's not July 1st. It's June the 16th. So let's start building that muscle of activity. Start building that muscle of dedication, of commitment to your daily method of operation. Let's start building it today. Let's make a determination that you're going to, if you've never done one, then you're going to talk to one person today. You're going to build that muscle and put on that coat of armor one piece at a time, and you're going to do that by talking to one person today. I'm hell or high water, I'm finding somebody to talk to today. That's how you get to talking to 10 a day. You don't just decide I'm going to talk to 10 a day and you've never talked to 10 a day or one a day or two a day or whatever your goal is, whatever your daily method of operation is that you think is going to get you where you want. And that's the beauty of doing 3 90-day runs is now you get to fix and refine. If what you thought was going to get you where you wanted to go, or if I talk to 2 a day, then I'm going to get there, and then you look back and that doesn't get there, you have the ability to adjust. That's the beauty of cutting the year up like that. But let's start with today. So if you take the next 2 weeks and you set a plan and you say, okay, I'm going to start here, but I'm going to start today. I'm going to start building up to it. And you okay, I'm going to talk to 1 today. And then Monday I'm going to talk to 2. And then Tuesday I'm going to talk to 3. And now if you don't talk to those 3 Tuesday, then you say, look, I'm committed. Because you can commit to doing it or you can commit to not. Most of us are more committed to the outside influences that affect us, that stop us from our daily method of operating, more committed to accepting that than we are to defeating it and being committed come hell or high water. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens in my day. I'm going to do it. And that's why I believe you do the tough things first. My outbound calls in the morning. Why? Because I know that shit happens and stuff's going to get in the way come at 4 o'clock when I'm supposed to be doing it, and then I don't do it. So if I get it out of the way first thing in the morning, then it's done. the most important thing in my business is outbound contacts, bar none. It's not follow-ups. It's not going and doing showings. It's not doing listing presentations. It's not. The most important thing of my business is how many people do I contact, new people, a new touch, a new reach out, a new contact, a new communication on a daily basis. That's the number one most important thing in your business is what are you going to do? You're outbound. The second most important, of course, is the follow-ups. And then you can put it from there, whatever's third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and whatever your business plan is. But if you want to build more business, you want to sell more real estate, you want to recruit more agents, you want to build a bigger team, whatever it is, it's the number one most important thing besides a commitment. But that goes without saying. You've got to make a commitment, not a decision. You don't make a decision. You know how many people made a decision to go to the gym every day this year? They bought a membership and they're still paying on that membership and they've been 3 times. That's a decision. It's not a commitment. You have to become committed to your daily method of operation, which is what? Outbound contacts, whatever it is that you're doing, how many people are you going to talk to on a daily basis? If you're not committed to that, you're not committed to your life. You're not committed to your success. You're not committed to your future. You're not committed to your family. You're not committed to what you told people that you were going to do. You have no commitment. Sooner or later, we have to become commitment. And I hope I'm not beating up on people too much. I'm passionate about this because this is what drove me. This is the conversation I have with myself on a daily basis. I'm just portraying it into you guys. You may be a successful self-starter, go-getter. Well, you don't have to make that conversation with yourself on a daily basis. I do, because I'm a failure. I fail. I quit. I stop. I start. I stop or start. I condition myself to understand the value of commitment and the difference of commitment and decision. And so many times in my life, I made a commitment, and the next day I did not fulfill that commitment. It's just talk to one person a day. And here you can't talk to one person a day. I didn't. For so many times I had these dreams, I set these goals, I hear these inspirational speeches, I go to a convention, I talk to somebody, I read something, I listen to something, and it get me inspired. Say, all right, today's the day, I'm getting my pen, I make my goal, I set my plan, and the next day I don't do anything. Why? All stuff got in the way. I need to change the kitty litter box, I had to fix the car, I had to take the brakes, I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to go listing presentation, I had to do an open house so I could, and we let get in our way. That's how it is. We let stuff get in our way that stops us from winning. It's not a commitment. And so at one point in my life, in my career, I made a decision, and then I made a commitment to that decision that I was going to win. And if this did not work, it's not because I didn't do the thing. Because we look back at all the things that we've done, all the commitments, all the decisions we made, the dreams, the plans, the goals that we have for success, we look back at it, and what was the one common denominator? We gave up. Quit doing the things that needed to be done. No, it doesn't work because of this. No, we stopped. Stopped doing the things that Vincent St. Louis, stopped doing the things that needed to be done on a daily basis. And then when I finally made a commitment, and I would lay down in bed at night, and I didn't talk to that one person, and I would, no, you can't go to bed. You did not fulfill your commitment. And I would literally, I swear to you, I would get up, go down to a local grocery store or gas station that was open all night and say hello to the person behind the cash register. I wasn't trying to recruit that person. I had to fulfill my commitment. My commitment was what? Talk to X number of people a day. My number one goal. Call somebody at midnight, so I'd have to go out there. And why? Because I had to make it. And hey, look, if you're committed to that, if 1 o'clock in the morning you're wandering around looking for somebody to talk to at the local Walmart or grocery store or gas station, then let me tell you, if you're committed to your daily operation, the next day you're gonna make sure you're not doing that again at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's what commitment is. That's how you win. You say, I'm not going to be in that position again. That's not the right position to be. It's not safe out there. It's not whatever. So what are you going to do? You're going to be so committed to your daily map operation, you're going to get it done before noon. But if you let yourself not do it at 1 o'clock in the morning, then the next day it's going to be easier not to do it. And the next day and the next day. So you're setting yourself up. Look, you guys, listen to me. You can have a different life in 6 months. You can have a different life in 3 months. You can have a different life in one day by you finally making the decision that I'm going to be committed to my daily method operation, and committed is committed. Once you do that, this one decision, as long as you make that commitment every day, every hour, every minute, every second, as long as you do that, the future of your life will change forever, and probably your children's life, maybe even your grandchildren's life. But it starts with a commitment. So I hope this inspires somebody to become committed to the daily method operation. Be committed to a 90-day run come January, but start it today. Get a running start. Don't stand flat-footed on the line and try to jump as far as you can. Get a running start. Get a big jump on the new 90-day run. Get a running start by doing it now. Start building that muscle. Start building your activity. Start building your commitment to that activity. Start it now, today, and move yourself forward down the line. And you will look back and be proud of yourself because you became committed finally to your daily method operation. You'll look up and you'll see at the end of the year, you've accomplished things that you never thought were possible. I believe in each and every one of you. Happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. I hope this inspired with you. God bless you. Reach out to me, letting me know what I can do to help you. I'm here for you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.